Believe me, let me tell you, there's been a couple days I wanted to lay in the fetal position in bed. I'm not going to lie. I'm a strong woman, but there's been a couple days where I just said, I don't want to do this.
Hi, it's Alonzo Bodden with another Rebel HQ TYT video. And you know, when the world is spinning with Tucker Carlson being fired for lying and Don Lemon being fired for being Don Lemon, it's good to know there's still some Kari Lake crazy we can count on. Here we go.
Republican or the Democrats of yesteryear, that party doesn't exist anymore. I'm sure there's some former Democrats in here, right? Raise your hand if you are a former Democrat or you know a former Democrat who's now Republican. Right on. Right on. They saw the light. They saw the light. That old Democrat Party doesn't exist. John F. Kennedy would be an America First Republican if he were alive today.
So, Kari, let me get this straight. John F. Kennedy, who was a Democrat and identified as a proud liberal and gave a speech that led to the Civil Rights Act, would be an America First Republican. Now, you see, Kari, this is why JFK Jr. didn't come visit you QAnons down in Dallas, lying about his dad. It's an insult, Kari, and they're not going to come back and visit you if you keep making things up. Besides, why would you want him to be a Republican when you're blaming the Republicans for your problems? That's who you're blaming, right? I never know who you're blaming. Let's watch and find out. It had to be someone, Kari. Couldn't be, you.
Do you know who stole the election from the people of Arizona? I wish I could stand here and say it was the Democrats. The Democrats did their usual stuff. They harvested ballots. They got people who were dead to vote. They got people who didn't care about the election to cast a ballot. And, who knows where they picked up the ballots and probably forged a few signatures. But it was the Republicans running Maricopa County who stole this election. I hate to have to even say that. It hurts me to say that.
You're right, Kari. It was the Republicans who cost you the election. You know why? Because they voted for someone else. That's right. They looked at you and said, you're so crazy, they decided to vote for the Democrat, Katie Hobbs, because they didn't want your kind of crazy in the governor's mansion. Now, Kari, you tried to get it all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said, no, we're not even going to listen to you. Kari, it's over. You lost. You said you're going to let this election go. Maybe it's time for you to let it go. I mean, it's been 6 months, Kari. I don't think it's coming back. And don't you have someone more important talking to you than us? I mean, God's been talking, hasn't he, Kari? It is a he, right? I mean, I'm not sure, but we don't want to bring gender into this.
We have to do it. If we just keep walking away when they steal our vote, we're not going to have a country. Believe me, let me tell you, there's been a couple days I wanted to lay in the fetal position in bed. I'm not going to lie. I'm a strong woman, but there's been a couple days where I just said, I don't want to do this. And God just kicked my butt out of bed and said, get back out there. I put you in this for a reason. I didn't put a weak person in this fight. He put each and every one of us here, and we have to fight this.
Now, Kari, I don't think God's been talking to you. Why? Because I'm sure God has bigger names on the other line. He's got Donald Trump out there who he's trying to teach thou shalt not commit adultery and leave a written record of payment. Then he's got Fox News who he's trying to teach thou shalt not bear false witness unless you have $787 million laying around. These are bigger problems than you, Kari. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure God would be okay with you curling up in the fetal position and just being quiet for a while. Oh, and here's another reason I doubt it was God talking to you. God does not put up QR codes for donations at political rallies. You and I both know there are only QR codes for donations at the evangelical mega churches. I mean, how are they going to pay for those limos and airplanes?
You like my pretty suit? You should. You bought it.
Come on, Kari. Listen to God when he talks.